Every day we get closer to the release of GTA 6, which made me think of how long GTA 6 has actually been an idea for in Rockstar's brain. But what is going on, guys? It is Ketch back with another video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at the ultimate timeline of GTA 6 from when it was even just an idea to what we have today, 9 months out from the release of GTA 6. If you're new around here, don't forget to give this a like and a subscribe on the channel. Really hoping to get the channel to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, so any help and love would be greatly appreciated. But let's get straight into it. GTA 6 has been in a lot of ideas for a lot of people at Rockstar for quite some time, even going as far back as 2012 before the release of GTA 5. Now, there was a briefing notes session done in, I believe, in November of 2012, which stated that they wanted to have all buildings in GTA 6 in particular in the next installment of GTA to be enterable, around 70% of those buildings being enterable for the next future GTA. Now, this is a point in time where GTA 5 is more or less done in completion of the game, so this notes are mostly for what they want to do for GTA 6 and beyond. So I found this pretty interesting. The fact that it came back all the way in 2012 is insane. The other thing that was quite interesting about those pre-production notes at the time is just little bits of what they might have wanted to include in GTA 6. So obviously being Miami, having a small town where tight stories, scheduled characters, ridiculous levels of ambience, and every home interior modeled. And if you look at the trailer in both trailer 1 and trailer 2, it's going to be something similar to that. So these notes from 13 years ago were actually modeled and put in to the two trailers we've got so far on GTA 6. We're having every building enterable and more realism, if you are, for example, say wanted on the run for a while. The fact that it came from 2012 is crazy. The other curious thing to note about those briefing notes at the time is they came at a point in time where Leslie Benzies was sort of like the head co-creator of GTA 6 at that point in time. He had like a lot of say in the game development at that point. The fact that he no longer works with Rockstar is a crazy parallel to how Rockstar have moved with the times, but also to say how much better they've got at being able to make their game. Of course, moving into 2013, after the release of GTA 5 to a lot of mad fanfare and heaps of hype from the GTA community, Rockstar president at the time, Leslie Benzies, was asked about what then future GTA ideas look like. Now, the first talk of GTA 6 specifically came very soon after GTA 5's release on September 17th of 2013. And then on October 3rd of 2013, Rockstar North's president at the time, of course, Leslie Benzies, was asked about GTA 6 for the first time and said they have 45 years worth of ideas in mind, which is a crazy thought 12 years before GTA 6 is even supposed to release, right? In a follow-up interview with Develop, the former Rockstar president was asked, and when will Benzies, the Houser, specifically Dan and Sam Houser, and Aaron Garbett reform to talk GTA 6? Is there even a GTA 6 yet? Leslie Benzies responded, we've got about 45 years worth of ideas we want to do. We don't know what GTA 6 will be, but we've got some ideas. And that is in 2013, which is 12 years before GTA 6 is even supposed to release, right? So this is a heap amount of time. The fact that they had some ideas back in 2013 about what GTA 6 would look like nowadays is a crazy thought. I can only imagine what those, early notes in 2013 would have looked like and how they wanted to shape GTA 6. Coming into 2014 was a bit of a pivotal time for Rockstar, particularly alongside Leslie Benzies and the Houser brothers. In 2014, there was a report which actually was only released in 2022 from reputable games insider Jason Schreier, and Schreier effectively said at that point that the industry analysis anticipate that the next Grand Theft Auto will be out sometime in Take-Two's 2024 fiscal year. We now know this not to be true, which runs from April 2023 through to March 2024, but developers are skeptical. The game has been in development in some form since 2014. Now, this is interesting to note because if the game was in development since 2014, that means the ideas that had come from 2012 and 2013 had in some early stages been put forward into that concept by the Housers and Leslie Benzies, of course. Critically enough, in 2014, there was a bit of movement in the Rockstar higher up. So Leslie Benzies actually took sabbatical leave in September of 2014. More specifically, his sabbatical leave started on the 1st of September 2014, and he was away from the company for some time at that point, which is quite interesting to note. I'll get back to that in a second. 2016 is actually quite a pivotal point for Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive, because in January of 2016, after 17 months of being on sabbatical, it had been announced that Leslie Benzies had left Rockstar Games. Now, this is quite an interesting bit of information. The reason it's interesting is because it was more so that he was forced to take sabbatical leave rather than he took sabbatical leave of his own free will. So Benzies later claimed that he was persuaded to take the sabbatical, during which time his son and several of his friends were fired from the company and his email access was suspended. And when he attempted to return to work, he was ordered to leave by the office manager, and says that the company made ridiculous allegations about his actions at work. Furthermore, in April of 2016, Benzies then started legal action against Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive, claiming $150 million in unpaid royalties. After his dismissal from Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive, Leslie Benzies did indeed release a statement which stated, while on sabbatical, Mr. Benzies discovered numerous deceptions on the part of Take-Two, Rockstar North Limited, Sam and Dan Houser, who sought to force him out of the company and terminate his portion of royalty payments based upon arbitrary actions by the company's Royalty Allocation Committee, a committee that may or may not have actually ever met. Now this is quite interesting, which suggests that there was a bit of a power struggle between the Housers and Leslie Benzies, and effectively from what I can gather, it sounded like the Housers wanted a reason to get Leslie Benzies out of the company. However, from what can be garnered from this information, it doesn't sound like Leslie Benzies was happy to walk away, and I'm gathering that it's not actually, we don't have a report on it, but I'm gathering they probably settled out of court for those unpaid royalties, whatever it was, because Leslie Benzies was last seen as part of the doomed and failed The Mind's Eye game, which came out earlier in the year to a lot of anticipation and hype, but didn't actually do that well. Shifting into 2018, and this is the first time we get our first major look at what GTA 6 could potentially look like. In an article done by The Know, we found out that GTA 6 was going to be set in Vice City, making its first return since Grand Theft Auto 3, and of course in South America as well. There's been a lot of chatter about where that could potentially be. I've done a video on it in regards to could be in Cuba, and that it would also feature its first female character. We now know that to be true in the form of Lucia, and it was going to release in 2022. Unfortunately, that rumor never saw the light of day, as we now know GTA 6 will release in May of 2026. According to the article by The Know, all this was known internally as Project Americas. Rockstar didn't really have a name for GTA 6 other than that, so keeping it at Project Americas was actually a clever idea internally at the time of Red Dead Redemption 2's release, coincided with the same time period. Interestingly enough, at the time of Red Dead Redemption 2's release, Dan Houser actually gave an interview to IGN where he was actually thankful not to be releasing Grand Theft Auto 6 right now. And the reason for that at the time is that it'd be really unclear what they would even do with GTA 6, let alone how upset people would get with whatever we did. And that's an interesting thought because of the way the world's changed since GTA 5 released in 2013. But Dan Houser continued to say both intense liberal progression and intense conservatism are both very militant and very angry. It is scary, but it is also strange, and yet both of them seem occasionally to veer towards the absurd. And it's hard to satirize for those reasons. Some of the stuff you see is straightforwardly beyond satire. It would be out of date within 2 minutes with everything changing so fast. That's a critical bit of information that Dan Houser said in that 2018 interview, because the game GTA 6 is difficult to satirize in the same way as GTA 5 was, because the world has moved a lot in those 12 years. And so what would have worked in 2012 or even before that might not necessarily work in 2025 without offending different people. Into 2020, and one of the big changes that happened at the top of the chain of Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive was the fact that Dan Houser, one of the co-founders of Rockstar Games from 1998, had decided to leave the company after taking an extended break. And to this day, we have no reasons as to why Dan Houser decided to take that extended break or why he eventually ended up leaving on March 11th of 2020. I guess well, that will remain to be seen, and one day it might all come out, but that was what happened, and Dan Houser decided to leave in 2020. The interesting thing to note about Dan Houser's departure in 2020 is that a lot of people were concerned that GTA might not be the same way GTA has always been with his departure. Let me reassure you that even with Dan Houser's departure, GTA 6 in this scenario is going to be one of the best games of all time. Just because one person who had a controlling stake and had co-founded Rockstar Games had left the company, I don't think that's going to actually take away from how good GTA 6 will actually be. It's just the way it is sometimes in businesses where certain people in certain power positions have an argument, have a disagreement, and that's what I do think happened between the Houser brothers, and that's probably why it forced Dan Houser to leave. He had a disagreement, he decided he wanted out, and the company granted him that out. And even with him gone, I still think the game is going to be absolutely insane. Interestingly enough, Kotaku released a report in 2020, which is actually the first substantial report for the next Grand Theft Auto. Now, this report did mainly focus about the studio's workplace culture and did reveal interesting details about the next game in particular, where they claimed that the game was in early development and would start as a moderately sized release, but still large by Rockstar standard, and this moderate launch would be expanded upon with plenty of updates over time. We have seen this model with other games before, most notably with Fortnite, where they release a certain season launch and then add updates during that season. Personally, I think GTA 6 would actually suffer from this, with people being sort of led astray and sort of being misled into buying a game that's not fully completed. So I don't think Rockstar will actually go down this route, but it does tie into my earlier point about Rockstar potentially having like a GTA world where they put all their worlds together from all their previous GTA releases and release it as one standard sort of, expansion or an update. I don't personally think that will definitely happen over time, but it's a possibility, and I guess we'll only see once GTA 6 does eventually release, but I don't think it'll follow the Fortnite and a lot of other games' models in that regard. Kotaku's report also did mention workplace culture at Rockstar at that point in time. Now, this is 2020 when COVID was just starting about, so a lot of it was the sort of work from home mandate, and this sort of put a lot of people in a bit of a spin because we've been, everyone working in an office for as long as anyone could remember. So the fact that now people had to work from home sort of changed the way Rockstar had to work with their employees and sort of set certain deadlines. Now, I'll get back to this point when we get a little bit further into the video, but keep that in mind for now. 2021 was a peculiar year for GTA leaks and GTA news, in particular in regards to GTA 6, and one such leak that came out in early July 2021 seemed to confirm a return to Vice City, which had been a fan favorite setting from the days of GTA 3. However, the rumors were soundly debunked shortly thereafter. Now, of course, these leaks happened a lot during the time, and at that point in time, we didn't really have a great deal of information in terms of leaks regarding GTA 6. However, when Tom Henderson, one of the respected GTA insiders in the community, came about to confirm what you would be doing in Vice City and the fact that we would be getting a female protagonist as well, and that the actual return to Vice City was legit, it came as a bit of a shock to a lot of people. Tom Henderson then followed up with that. He goes, "I wouldn't expect any leaks like this for a couple of years," which was in line with the game's supposed launch window, which was still years away, possibly as early as 2025, according to Tom Henderson and another prominent insider reporter, Jason Schreier. So even with that, 2021 sort of had an interesting bit of time as well that we noticed. But the fact that we had that leak in 2021 sort of suggested where Rockstar were going with regards to GTA 6. And that was one of the early bits of information we had, one of those early leaks as well from Tom Henderson, which sort of created a bit of a buzz within the GTA community. 2022 then kicked off with a major bang as Rockstar finally confirmed that the next series of GTA was in active development with the below statement. Many of you have been asking about a new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series. With every new project, our goal is always to significantly move beyond what we've previously delivered. We're pleased to confirm that active development for the next entry in the series is underway. Now, this took the internet by storm, with a lot of people really hyped and engaged. The fact that Rockstar are finally acknowledging that the next Grand Theft Auto title in the series was well under development and well underway, and this was insane news to have. And at the time it came out, such a weird time to come out. It was like early 2022. It's a bit of an odd time for Rockstar to be releasing things at that point in time, but finally we had some news about GTA 6 properly and officially from Rockstar Games. Additionally, Jason Schreier then came out with this article that was titled "Rockstar Games Cleaned Up Its Frat Boy Culture and Grand Theft Auto 2", and pretty much what he had to say in this article was the fact that Rockstar's next game, GTA 6, will include a playable female protagonist for the first time, according to people familiar with the game. So this is Tom Henderson and those early leaks from 2018. The woman, who is Latina, now known as what we know as Lucia, will be one of a pair of leading characters in a story influenced by the bank robbers Bonnie and Clyde. Now, this is obviously now referring to Jason and Lucia, which we now know to be the Bonnie and Clyde inspiration for the GTA 6 story. And this was such an interesting point as well, because Jason Schreier was effectively confirming what Tom Henderson had wrote in that 2021 leak that I mentioned earlier in the video. So to have this from a reputable source, as reputable as Jason Schreier, was actually quite insane, as it turned out. Then in September of 2022, GTA forum user T-Bot Uber Hacker released over 90 footage and clips from really early development of GTA 6. Now a lot of people had videos taken down by Rockstar as they were infringing on their proprietary rights. I'm not going to actually show you what those leaks look like, but if you're out there, all you got to do is Google the 2022 GTA 6 leaks and you'll see what they look like. But this was massive at the time, as Rockstar had confirmed that GTA 6 was in development, but I'm sure at that point they didn't didn't really want, pre-development footage being leaked out onto the internet by a leaker known as T-Bot Uber Hacker, and so Rockstar were quite annoyed by this and came out with this statement afterwards stating the below. We recently suffered a network intrusion in which an unauthorized third party illegally accessed and downloaded confidential information from our systems, including early development footage for the next Grand Theft Auto. At this time, we do not anticipate any disruption to our live game services, nor any long-term effect on the development of our ongoing projects. We are extremely disappointed to have any details of our next game shared with you all in this way. Our work on the next Grand Theft Auto game will continue as planned, and we remain as committed as ever to delivering an experience to you, our players, that truly exceeds your expectations. We will update everyone again soon, and of course we'll probably introduce you to this next game when it is ready. We want to thank everyone for their ongoing support. And this is very telling from Rockstar, as they were quite irritated by that leak from a T-Bot Uber Hacker. And as I mentioned earlier, all videos relating to the 2022 GTA 6 leaks and any that still remain are probably undergoing some legalities and legal stuff with Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar Games. Shifting into 2023, and now this was the biggest year for official GTA 6 news from Rockstar. However, we had to wait all the way till November 8th with reputable games insider Jason Schreier coming out with this article where he said on November 8th of 2023, stating Rockstar plans to announce Grand Theft Auto 6 as early as this week and will release a trailer in December. Sources tell Bloomberg News the most anticipated video game on the planet will soon be revealed. This was then followed up by a message from Rockstar Games, which was actually from Sam Houser himself, one of the co-founders of Rockstar Games, where he stated, next month marks the 25th anniversary of Rockstar Games. Thanks to the incredible support of our players worldwide, we have had the opportunity to create games we are truly passionate about. Without you, none of this would be possible, and we are so grateful to all of you for sharing this journey with us. In 1998, Rockstar Games was founded on the idea that video games could come to be as essential to culture as any other form of entertainment, and we hope that we have created games you love in our efforts to be part of that evolution. We are very excited to let you know that in early December we will release the first trailer for the next Grand Theft Auto. We look forward to many more years of sharing these experiences with all of you. Thank you, Sam Houser. Now this was massive news from Rockstar at that point in time, because 2023 had actually been a little bit of a drip feed year in terms of news regarding GTA 6. Rockstar was still a bit closed off regarding the 2022 leaks, so they were just trying to keep things on the download. But this message from Sam Houser really got the dirt sheets wheeling and really got people really excited about GTA 6. A month later, on December 2nd of 2023, we then got the official artwork for Trailer 1 and the release date of Trailer 1 being December 5th of 2023, which as of this moment of recording, it has almost reached 227 million views, Rockstar Games' tweet regarding the first trailer release date of Trailer 1. And this was insane at the time because people were so hyped that we were finally getting a new trailer for a new GTA game, and the fact that it was GTA 6 and we'd had to wait so long for a new trailer just proved how excited and hyped everyone was for this potential game of the decade. However, before we could even get to that trailer release date of GTA 6's Trailer 1, there were a couple of leaks that did come out regarding it. Now, the first leak that came about on December 2nd was that a person associated with Aaron Garbett, one of the co-founders of Rockstar Games, had recorded a video of GTA 6 running on a PS5 dev kit in Aaron's office, showing a brief glimpse of downtown Vice City. Additionally, there was then a friend of Aaron Garbett that said that the proof the leaks are real, with a picture of himself and Aaron Garbett. And then on your right, you'll also have some DMs between Aaron and the leaker in question, talking about the map size of GTA 6 and Leonardo, which Aaron stated was about twice the size of Los Santos, and all he could say was that the map leak was real. There was then another question regarding any other big cities, and Aaron Garbett confirming that there would be 3 more major cities and 4 sub-cities with smaller areas surrounding with a large lake around the middle of the map. Now, we do know that to be true, but at that point in time, there was an insane amount of hype regarding these leaks, and the fact that it had come from someone as senior as Aaron Garbett was actually mental and insane as well. And then we go further into that, and before Trailer 1 could even be released to the public, Trailer 1 was leaked around half a day early by someone who bought access to the YouTube admin panel, resulting in Rockstar then having to release Trailer 1 early. The leaker who actually released the GTA 6's Trailer 1 before Rockstar could, released it in such a way where the quality was so poor and you could barely make out anything. But the most annoying part is that he put a buy Bitcoin overlay over the top, and to be perfectly honest, from an account called Trailer Leaker with a buy Bitcoin in his trailer tweet, I'm not surprised that he's a complete arsehole for doing this to Rockstar Games. but as a result, it forced Rockstar into releasing trailer 1 early, and what we got as a result was an absolute masterpiece of trailer design from Rockstar Games. Accompanied by Tom Petty's Love is a Long Road, this trailer was absolutely insane for the GTA community and gave us a really good and really first look at what GTA 6 would look like, and a first look into our characters Jason and Lucia and the surrounding environment of Leonida that we would be playing in, accompanied by a lot of awesome action shots of Jason and Lucia, as well as the nightlife and what you could potentially be doing as potential side activities in the game as well. And as of recording of this video, GTA's trailer 1 has an insane amount of views. It currently has 265 million views with 12 million likes for a trailer that only is 90 seconds long. So Rockstar did an absolute treat for the GTA community by releasing this trailer early in relation to that leaker leaking their trailer. And to be honest, this then ties into my next point as to why they then went silent for another year. After the amount of official news we got regarding GTA 6 in 2023, 2024 by comparison was a year of quietness in regards to Rockstar Games giving us any official information about GTA 6. There was an article from Jason Schreier in February of 2024 which effectively mandated the return to office for 5 days a week for Rockstar employees beginning in April as the video game maker enters the final stages of development on its next game, the hotly anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6. In an email to staff on Wednesday reviewed by Bloomberg, Rockstar head of publishing Jen Colby said the decision was made for productivity and security reasons. The company had faced several security breaches, including a massive dump of early footage from the new Grand Theft Auto and an early trailer that leaked in December of 2023. And so because of that, they had to mandate the return to office for their employees just to ensure that people would work together and that nothing would be leaked ahead of time. Rather annoyingly, given Rockstar's silence on any official news for GTA 6, a lot of people decided to have fun with the GTA community by trying to think that there were multiple theories that GTA 6 could be releasing on certain days in 2025. There were certain theories that really got me laughing. In particular, the cat hair theory and the moon theory were my two favorite ones, in addition to multiple other theories that were released or talked about by people within the GTA community as a potential release date for GTA 6. But as 2024 drew to a close, we still had no more official information regarding GTA 6. Coming into 2025 followed a lot of what 2024 had done, with Rockstar still being silent on news regarding GTA 6. However, when May 2nd of 2025 came around, we got some major news from Rockstar Games where they had finally given us some information regarding GTA 6. However, the official date they had given us was that Grand Theft Auto was now coming on May 26th of 2026, which was about a delay of around 9 or so months. They originally planned to release GTA 6 in around November of 2025. However, they stated, "We are sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games." Now, as a recording, this tweet has got 126 million views. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of us within the GTA community has sort of assumed that because of Rockstar's silence regarding information towards GTA 6, that the GTA 6 itself would be delayed. We just didn't really expect Rockstar to come out and actually say that it'd be delayed, but also giving us a firm date for when GTA 6 will actually be released, with May 26th of 2026. Given this information from Rockstar, we kind of really didn't know what to expect in terms of information from Rockstar, but then amazingly 4 days later, on May 6th of this year, Rockstar then released trailer 2 to the GTA community and worldwide, and it is an insane trailer. It is such an upgrade on what trailer 1 was, given how the character models look for Jason and Lucia, but also the additional characters within the game. I'm talking Brian, Cal, Booby Eek, Raul Batista, Real Dimes, and others as well. And just to release that trailer, which was so much better than trailer 1, was insane and spawned a heap of videos reacting not only to the trailer, but any hidden details you may have missed or what you could expect from GTA moving forward. And the fact that trailer 2 came out was insane. But you know what was even more insane about it? The fact that Rockstar released a website that had over 70 plus screenshots of the actual characters in the game. And I'm not just talking Jason and Lucia, I'm talking about all the side characters as well. Now, this is an insane bit of information because we had literally seen no information for over 500 days, and within the space of one day had gotten more information that we could hold on to and talk about for the next few months. And it wasn't just information on the characters, we also got information about 6 of the main points of interest within Leonida. I'm talking about the Leonida Keys, the Grass Rivers, Port Gellhorn, Vice City, Mount Caliga National Park, and Ambrosia. And with each of these points of interest, there were also more screenshots in each of those places. And if you go through all these screenshots, you'll see a lot of differences regarding the 6 points of interest. Mount Caliga National Park looks so different to what we've seen in Los Santos with Mount Chiliad, and then the Grass Rivers is sort of like the hillbilly area where you can go hunting and whatnot. But then it looks so amazing when you see Vice City and you've got the plane flying over the Vice City Hollywood sign, I would call of the Hollywood sign in the US, but also in relation to the Vinewood sign in GTA 5. But I just think that with this information and these screenshots that Rockstar had provided us, we'd finally got the information we'd craved from Rockstar for 500 plus days. The other bit of interesting information to come this year was when GameRoll, a reputable user on Twitter or X, came out with a bunch of leaks that he had got from an inside source that had been working on GTA 6 at Rockstar. Now, I won't bore you with what those leaks were, but effectively to summarize it up, some of the more interesting leaks happened to be that around the map is once again an island, that there was no panhandle. A lot of people had assumed that there would be a panhandle for the GTA 6 map. The more important part was around the enterable buildings. There will be around 700 plus shops and most interiors of a major open world game. The other critical part about that bit is that a lot more enterable buildings. I think there's meant to be about 70 plus enterable buildings in GTA 6, which is a far upgrade on what GTA 5 had. I did talk about this in my previous video, GTA 5 not having a lot of enterable buildings, but with GTA 6 there'll be so much more to do and so many more enterable buildings. And I think just with that alone, we're going to have so much to do in GTA 6 that, you know, I don't think we'll get GTA 7 for a very, very long time. But that has been the end of this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this video in the comment section down below. I did put quite a bit of time and effort into the recording and editing of this video, so if you could like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. I do still think that there will be more information regarding GTA 6 before it actually releases on May 26th of 2026. I do think we'll be getting trailer 3 and a bit more regarding the marketing cycle, but that remains to be seen, as Rockstar have not given us any information regarding that as of right now. But I'm sure in the next few months we'll get more and more information regarding GTA 6. But with that, guys, I will leave it to it. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you with another video very, very soon. Have a good one, guys. See ya. Bye bye.